And based on feedback like I got today, I go, customers are ready for this. And the industry's learning they don't have to live with their old concrete. My name is Drew Clark. I'm Vice President for PrimX North America. My responsibilities are sales and operations for North America and supporting our licensee.
Seen a lot of concrete companies around the United States and the world. Fessler Bowman is a best-in-class contractor. Absolutely ideal to what we're looking for. They're innovative, they're cutting edge, and they're really men of their word. And they also really believe in the technology. They, like me, saw it and saw the benefits immediately. And they're just doing a great job. They're great partners, and we couldn't be happier. Really excited. My name is Mike Gresser, and I'm a principal partner in PrimX in North America. We're partnering with Fessler Bowman as a licensee. We're the licensor on bringing about this technology.
Welcome to the ultimate, first truly joint-free composite floor system. PrimX Composite does not require saw cuts or joints within the same 1 acre or more placement, eliminating miles of joints in a typical pour. PrimX Composite uses steel fibers, proprietary admixtures, and concrete to form a true composite material.
Initially, the first and largest benefit is the lack of joints. Joints create all of the floor failure and maintenance problems that we encounter as concrete contractors and floor owners. Additionally, we're reducing the thickness of slabs, improving the load capacity of slabs, eliminating any sort of joint sealants, any sort of joint maintenance. And it's truly a flat floor versus a traditional floor that tends to curl and deform at the joints. There's so many benefits to not having to have saw cuts in a floor. First and foremost is silica. When you cut a concrete floor, silica dust is emitted into the atmosphere. Silica dust is almost exactly identical to asbestos. It's that much of a hazard, a safety hazard. So it's safer for the workers to install, safer in the facility for the other tradespeople that are around it.
Up to 60% thinner, PrimX Composite has much higher load-bearing capacity than traditional slabs. Lack of shrinkage and high steel fiber content eliminates joints, saw cuts, and the issues they cause.
It's amazing when you even watch a facility that has PrimX Composite in it. It's notably quieter. It's notably smoother. There's no ka-clunk, ka-clunk, ka-clunk over the joints as the fork trucks are working. And every ka-clunk is a bit of abuse on that suspension, on that piece of equipment. We found on our European tours that some facility managers were saving 5,000 euros per piece of machinery per year on their floors once they had the time to study it, because the equipment doesn't wear out when it's used on this flat floor. Joints in traditional concrete tend to deform and curl. We think of concrete as a flat monolithic surface, but traditional applications are anything but. It's literally 12 to 15 foot tiles that are in place. These tiles move independently from one another. With PrimX Composite, you truly have a monolithic pour. 1 acre of placement that is a single tile, doesn't move, doesn't deform, doesn't change shape, and there's no joints to deteriorate.
PrimX Composite's proprietary system is site-added by trained exclusive licensees under strict quality control. Mixed and measured for complete consistency, PrimX Composite is placed and finished like traditional concrete in 1 layer.
We do not rely on a batch plant to integrate our additives. We want to control all of that quality. And so what we do is we have the mixing station that include a steel fiber blower that's proprietary to us. It includes a pump, and then we also add a plasticizer. The problem you have with steel fibers is a clumping issue. And people will just conveyor them into the truck, but they're clumped. And so you'll get floors with real solid density of steel fibers. It's very important with our technology that we get even distribution. So what happens with a steel fiber blower is the fibers are dumped into a hopper, and that spins and that declumps them. As it spins, it drops it into a very high velocity fan, which blows it up the chute and blows it into the back of the truck as it's spinning. So you get very even integration. At the same time, Prime DC is also being added, and a plasticizer to make the concrete more workable and have the fibers stay flat.
The mixing of the PrimX steel fibers, DC, and plasticizers on site is very simple. The dosages are identical from beginning to end of each project, and they're also within a relatively small curve from one project to the other. It's really tweaking that we do as opposed to major changes. And it's amazing, one load to the other, one core to the other when we do our testing, the fibers are distributed completely evenly throughout the matrix. And you're dealing with more than a mile of fibers, 1.5 fibers. There's more than a mile of them if you would line them up end to end in each cubic yard. So you're talking 10 miles of 1.5 long steel fibers in the back of one truckload.
Wet-cured, PrimX composite absorbs water, causing a delayed reaction. The additives form a microcomposite structure, including growth of crystals, expanding the internal concrete matrix under intense pressure. This puts the steel fibers in tension and the concrete in a permanent pre-stress compression. The result? Incredible strength and performance.
To give you an idea from a load capacity standpoint, our product in 4 inches has about a 32,000 pound point load capacity on a 5-inch plate from a racking. A 7-inch traditional slab has about a 12,900 pound point load capacity. We're really dealing with apples to oranges. We consider it the carbon fiber of concrete. That's really the leap we believe we've made here. This amount of engineering that went into it. What actually is happening with PrimX composite is the concrete wants to expand, but the steel fibers inside the matrix are preventing it from expanding. So there's intense oppositional forces taking place of expansion and compression. And this creates a really, really strong, in lieu of traditional concrete, which is very brittle, PrimX composite is incredibly strong, incredibly flexible, and it's all that science that develops that compression inside of it that creates the advantage.
You go to World of Concrete last year, we had a panel that discussed this. We had 350 people in the room listening to this type of technology.
One of the things I always think of with this, explaining it, is this is really the evolution of composite technologies that have hit all these other industries, automotive, aviation, finally hitting the construction industry, where we're doing stronger materials that are actually thinner, lighter, more environmentally friendly, higher performing, and cost less. It's an evolution that's hit so many other industries, and construction's finally catching up. So we really feel we're on the cutting edge of that. It's exciting.
It's viewed in the United States as a new product. We've only been marketing here for about 3.5 years. The product is actually not new. Technology is over 10 years old, with over 100 million square feet installed throughout Europe and other countries.
That's one of the reasons that our model is to find best-in-class contractors like Fessler and Bowman, who are already set up to be a quality control, quality install contractor. We can't have every mom and pop installing this throughout the country. That's why we give exclusive territories and have exclusive partners, because our partners have to do it right every time. And people like Fessler and Bowman do, so they're ideal for us.
And and obviously we've made the right decision. They put on a world-class event today. I've not met a Fessler Bowman employee that I haven't liked. Their passion for work it's just really a joy to work with.